All right. So I'm seeing a lot of Venezuelan gangs and migrants taking over, pretty much running out black gangsters and just different groups of people out of different areas. Shit, even in Chicago I've seen them running in and going and taking 63rd Street or whatever it's called. And I'm all about tactics. I'm all about warfare. I'm all about strategic and tactical approaches to winning, these different battles. And, if there's one thing I hate in this world, it's young niggas, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hate gangsters. I hate young niggas. I feel like gangsters and young niggas are a branch of black people that's just the worst. How rich and wealthy white people think about white trash is how I think about them young niggas, straight up. But you young niggas are black Americans just like me. So I'm gonna tell you how to combat this threat, how to combat these issues going on. First things first, disclaimer. I in no way, shape, or form am in support of violence. I abhor violence. I think violence is not the right way to go. But we're not in these right way of times. So I'm gonna channel my Napoleon Bonaparte, you know what I'm saying? Help you gangs, help you cliques, help you organizations beat back these fucking terrorists. All right. Not all Venezuelans are bad people. Not all Central Americans are. But we're talking about the ones that president in Venezuela and those other leaders in Central America ran off to clear their country to send up here to destroy us. So first things first, to take out these not these black militias, I was about to get into that. To take out these Venezuelan gangs, you must militialize yourselves. Now, a lot of you gang members got charges on charges and charges. You got a lot of charges, if I'm being honest. So a lot of you niggas can't do nothing. So what y'all can do, what y'all have to do, is put aside your petty grievances. I don't know how it works with the gang hierarchies, who the shot callers are, but the shot callers have to come on sacred ground between different gang members, different gang leaders, and come to some kind of unified goal to make sure that y'all don't get ran off. Because let me tell you something, them Venezuelans ain't playing. They're structured. They follow some kind of code within themselves. If one person in the party acts up, they get knocked off just like that. There's no fracturing between them. They came here to America alone, so they're going to unite. Eventually, they're going to start bringing their families and building homes and neighborhoods and communities and bringing restaurants and all this shit. So first thing you got to do is you got to have a ceasefire, not in one city, not in one state. You have to have a ceasefire between gangs in any area of the country where all the gangs are. You have to have a ceasefire. You have to have leaders bold enough and humble enough to come together to rid themselves of this crisis. All right. Next thing, you have to declare war. It has to be unanimous, a unanimous decision. Unanimous means all parties agree. It has to be hunting season. You have to declare war on these migrants that are going around terrorizing people, terrorizing communities. See, I know y'all are really selfish. Y'all don't really care about citizens. So how about you? How about this? You care about yourselves. You care about your own interests. And the interest is this. You guys want to run drugs. You guys want to run guns through various neighborhoods. If you don't stop these people, these migrants are going to take over the whole drug trade. So what I suggest is this. Know where your enemy is. Know where they are. Have different people on the outskirts, doing surveillance, seeing where different enemy gangs are, enemy members, and have a presence to know where they are located. When you have them in sights, you must target and you must acquire and you must fire. In what's his name? No Limit Cairo or something like that. He got caught with a Glock in the switch. And that's his fault. He should have been more careful. He should have been more strategic in the way he was going about, trying to get at that migrant that killed his homie. You guys, I wouldn't, I'm trying to see, because you guys suck at drive-bys, if I'm being honest. You guys got to walk them down, and you got to show no mercy. I suggest, if I'm being honest, I would suggest having parties of men, 5 to 10 deep, with assault rifles. you know, I wouldn't suggest Glock with switches. I mean, it seems like y'all really get off if y'all got an AR instead of a Glock with a damn switch. So if I were y'all, I move through with shotguns like Omar from that TV show, The Wire, for point blank range, and ARs. Now, situation in Colorado, in Aurora, they have a stronghold in that apartment complex. If I were y'all, I'd set the apartment complex on fire, straight up. I set it on fire, and I wait for all, because you know how white men complain about military age men invading this country. Well, hell, those are military age terrorists illegally taking over the compound. So wherever areas they are, I would set them on fire, straight up. I set them on fire, and I'll have parties of men with squad leaders. You know what I mean? To take out these military age men targets. You spare the women and the children, of course, because we're not murderers. This is war. You're just killers. And you target those men and you clear them out and you drive them off. If they have cars that you notice belong to them, you set the cars on fire and you blow them up. People would say, "Oh, this is terroristic." Nah, this is war. The Democratic Party here in the United States of America isn't doing anything to clear them out. This is happening in the poor parts, like Aurora. Because if this was happening in the wealthy or rich part, the police would have been sent down there ASAP to clear these illegal immigrants up, these terrorists. So, I would suggest the season of declaring war. Also, I would impose embargo. Now, here's the thing. You guys have plugs that come from Mexico, because a lot of the cartels, have these migrants on a chokehold or a leash. These Central Americans. So, in my honest opinion, I would have a sit down with whoever's over the plug and tell them, "Hey, you're not doing business here in America. Don't y'all understand how strong y'all'd be if y'all would come together as one?" That'd be scary as hell if there was a black cartel. Because if there was a black cartel, CIA will be putting in overtime to try to get this shit sorted out. You know what I mean? A black American cartel, United States of America, that's unheard of. Now, I ain't giving y'all any ideas. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to. But I would, you know what I'm saying? I would, United States of America is where the money's at. This is a country almost the same size as Europe. So I suggest to you black gangs, man, have multiple leaders or point one, and have a talk with the cartels and impose embargo or a tax, and stop these fucking migrants from coming in and destroying us, because they're talking about some damn Hell's Angels coming in. What the fuck they're gonna do? You know what I'm saying? They may do something, but what really is going to be the case? So I gave y'all the game plan. I gave y'all the tactics. Tactically, the way you would do it is you would have your intel. You'll be looking around, seeing where the migrants are, and you'll just be hunting them down open season, because that's what they're doing to black people. You know what I'm saying? They're shooting. They're doing gang wars to take over territory. You hunt them down and you kill them. Just like that. Sounds brutal, sounds tough, sounds nasty, but that's just the way that it goes, man. You protect yourself, protect your people you love, and you run them out. Straight up.